What if the most powerful thing you could ever say to someone in pain is absolutely nothing at all? Most of us spend our whole lives searching for the right words, the perfect phrase that will fix someone's heartbreak, ease their grief, or make the darkness a little less heavy. We rehearse speeches. We Google what to say when someone loses a loved one. We panic in silence because we are terrified of saying the wrong thing. But a 4-year-old boy who hadn't even started kindergarten yet figured out something that most adults will never understand in a lifetime. Stay with me until the end of this story, because what this little kid did will quietly change the way you show up for the people you love. Not too long ago, a community decided to hold a very special kind of contest, not for the fastest kid, not for the smartest, and not for the one with the best grades. They wanted to find the most loving and compassionate child they could. And when all was said and done, the winner was a 4-year-old boy from a quiet neighborhood street. His next-door neighbor was an elderly man, a gentle soul who had spent decades building a life alongside the woman he loved more than anything in this world. But recently, that woman was gone. And grief, as anyone who has carried it knows, does not wait for a convenient moment. It shows up in the middle of a Tuesday afternoon, sitting heavy on your chest while the rest of the world keeps moving like nothing happened at all. One afternoon, the little boy looked out into the yard and saw his neighbor sitting on the porch steps, shoulders shaking, tears running freely down his weathered face. And here is where most of us, grown adults with vocabularies and life experience, would have frozen. We would have debated whether to say something. We would have worried about intruding. We would have told ourselves he probably needs space, and quietly walked back inside. But this boy did none of that. He walked across the yard, climbed up onto the old man's lap without a single word, and simply sat there. He did not try to fix anything. He did not offer a solution. He did not say, "It's going to be okay," because sometimes that is not what a broken heart needs to hear. He just stayed, warm, present, and completely, quietly there. Later that evening, his mother knelt down beside him and gently asked, "Sweetheart, what did you say to Mr. Henderson?" The boy looked up at her with the kind of honest, uncomplicated wisdom that children carry before the world teaches them to overcomplicate everything. And he said, "Nothing, Mom. I was just helping him cry." Here is the truth that this little boy understood without ever being taught it in a classroom or reading it in a self-help book. Presence is the rarest and most powerful gift one human being can offer another in a world that is louder than ever, full of advice, hot takes, motivational quotes, and people rushing to tell you what you should feel, and when you should feel better. The act of simply being there, without an agenda, without a script, and without the need to fix anything, is almost revolutionary. We have been conditioned to believe that love looks like doing something, sending a card, making a phone call, dropping off a casserole. And those things matter. They truly do. But sometimes love looks like climbing into someone's grief with them and saying, without words, "You are not alone in this. I am right here." Think about the people in your life right now, the ones who are carrying something heavy. Maybe it's a loss. Maybe it's a fear they haven't said out loud yet. Maybe it's just the quiet exhaustion of trying to hold everything together. You don't need a perfect speech. You don't need all the answers. Sometimes, all you need to do is show up and help them cry. If this story moves something in you, drop it in the comments below. Tell me about a time someone simply showed up for you, or a time you wish someone had. Your words matter more than you know, and every single comment genuinely helps this channel keep sharing stories like this one. This community is built on the kind of human connection this little boy understood at 4 years old, and your voice is a part of that.